Hi, this is Sunsamashi, and this is a pick a card reading on if you should or should not reach out to whoever somebody is for you. Whether that's a love interest, or a friend, or a coworker. If there's someone you're wondering about reaching out to, this is going to be a reading on general advice for reaching out. So, of course, if it turns out that the reading says more or less it's a good idea to reach out, but you're feeling it's not a good idea to reach out, definitely just go with your own best judgment. This is just meant to be kind of overall positive messages that might just kind of give you a general vibe of if the universe and what you are thinking are similar. Basically, if this resonates, then I hope it's helpful, and if it doesn't resonate, then just toss it, and that's okay. Because I'd rather it not resonate than for you to take bad advice. Basically, if this is good advice, then good, and if it turns out to be bad advice, then don't take the advice. Okay, so usually I have something like crystals or items or something, but go ahead and just choose between reading number 1, number 2, and number 3. Excuse me. And then once you decide on a reading, whether through random number generator or just your intuition, I suggest just going with your intuition. If you ever pick a reading and it's not resonating with you, perhaps one of the other readings might, but sometimes just none of the readings are meant to resonate. Though in my experience, if you were guided to a certain video, then chances are it will resonate. So yeah, just go ahead and choose between reading number 1, number 2, or number 3, or all, or some, whatever floats your boat. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on reading number 1 for if you should reach out. So yeah, by the way, this is definitely inspired by myself. If you saw my video earlier about my dark side / twin flame journey story, or part of those stories, because I have a lot more of both of those. But if you saw that video, basically a lot of this video is just coming from my own should I reach out? And for any of you who are just kind of wondering about my own life with the whole vlogging thing going on, basically I decided, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and not reach out, because despite that I really want to, and even though perhaps he does want me, he does want us to be talking more, I have to trust in his words and what he said, and I have to trust that my positive energy is reaching him, whether I actually communicate it or not. And at this point, this is the best I can do with my support. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So I've kind of already found my answer, but this is a reading for if you guys need to find a sort of answer. Chances are it might be similar. If we're somehow in similar situations, I don't know. I'm just speaking on the past of my readings, because I've done these pick a card readings before, and then it's my life, and then a lot of comments are hey, this resonated. So in an odd way, I feel this may just say exactly a bit of my story, but will also apply to you guys for reading number 1, and for reading number 2 and 3, and so forth. Hey, Jordan. Ooh. How did this one even end up in reverse? So reaching out. Yes. What? What? Hi. Do you want me to pause?
No.
Okay, what? Are you gonna watch One Piece?
No.
I'm at the start of this. I could just stop recording.
No.
Okay.
Dude, let me
I don't. I do not. Did you check the garage fridge? I'll just start showing you guys these cards.
I did.
You did? You didn't
But,
find
like,
any? What about that thing that has...
like,
do you know who Lola is? There's a piece of paper that says all that stuff is Lola.
Son, you know who Lola is.
Who?
That dentist lady. Mom's friend. She worked with.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, well, if you saw her, you would know.
Did she move once?
To Nevada.
Okay, yeah, okay. I remember her now.
Yeah. But like, there's stuff in the fridge, but none of them are opened.
You could just open one.
Open one? Okay.
Yeah. Are you gonna come back here and hang out with me?
No.
Wow, okay.
It's just Justin's coming over tonight.
Oh. I see.
Yeah.
Well, you should still watch One Piece.
I'll try.
Okay.
So you think I should just open one? And then, like, if any questions are asked, just be like, I don't know.
Sure.
What's in it? Oh, actually, yeah, that's perfect, because Andrew's coming tomorrow. So, like, even if they did say anything, I could just be like, Andrew!
Oh, Andrew was in town. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, these fireworks are actually really annoying.
Really beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Okay.
I don't know.
Hit it back.
Bye. Just gonna hang out. If you're gonna chill, I'm gonna move the camera to you.
I'm not.
So you're just saying
Like, bye.
bye. Yeah? You're still here. Okay, well, we get Seven of Swords. Go away!
Bye.
Bye. I'll hang out with you. Go away. Okay, can you close the door? Why? Okay, sorry, we get the Seven of Swords with individuality. So... Temperance in reverse with fragments. The Hermit with belonging. Why are you... No, go away! And then we get the High Priestess with risk. Sorry. We get Prince of Swords with chaos. Though I've been showing those cards a lot now. So I'm hearing a variety of things from this. I'm hearing, for those of you who chose reading number 1, that perhaps you can do something similar to me where you reach out with your intuition and with your mind. And so like basically in the physical world, no, maybe not reach out. But in the 5D, like in the, or 4D, you know, like with your thoughts or with your heart, or like in your dreams, or just with your vibes, like sending good vibes, so to speak. So like in that form of reaching out, sending good vibes is to me a good idea, which sounds like a huge leap of faith, because then what happens is like, well, how do you know if they even reach that person? Like, how do you know if you even, like, they even picked up on your energy? But I think people are always picking up on energies. They're just either conscious of it or they're not conscious of it. So it's okay if they're not conscious of it, you know, that's totally fine. But I just hear right now, there's an imbalance between you and the other person. Either you are not being yourself, or they are not being themselves. And so because of that, we get an imbalance. But that imbalance is a matter of being put together. Like, you guys are both working on balancing yourselves out with the fragment card. Fragment, to me, is that everything is still, like, all the puzzle pieces are in front of you. You just have to start putting them together. And so, with imbalance, I'm just hearing, like, it's kind of like you're putting them together slowly right now. And time to yourself for both of you, for anyone involved, time to yourself will help the familiarity in finding the right puzzle pieces, if you see what I'm saying, with like the belonging card. And so, yeah, in terms of reaching out, I think you do it anyways, because we get the High Priestess, and it's like, I feel like this is stuff you're like, yeah, you're already aware that technically you and this other person aren't 100% ready. 1 second. Yeah, there we go. But it's worth a try. It's worth a risk. It's worth the risk is worth taking. Prince of Swords is like, to me, this is like, when you do this, this person will see the opportunity of leaving the past behind and allowing the dust to settle and to have a fresh new beginning. The Chaos card to me is the Tower card. So I think this this reaching out that you're going to go off on a whim and do or not do, like if you reach out in the physical world, this will spark something within for this tower moment for this person. A very rational tower moment, I would say. And if you, yeah, whether you reach out in the 3D world or you just reach out with your mind, I still see this tower moment happening. I'm going to go ahead and pull a clarifier on that. Strength in reverse. So, for some reason I get the vibe that you're going to reach out in the physical world. I think you are ready to reach out. I think you've done enough reflecting with the Prince of Cups. That a lot of this imbalance, I'm getting the deceptive energy is more so from the other person than you. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card on this other person's energy. What is the energy of this other person universe? What is likely for this to make them feel? Like, where would the energies go if the people watching this video were to reach out? We have 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands. So they're juggling a lot of things in their daily lives, but right now, and if you were to reach out, something they are certain of is that they do want that fresh beginning, that new start, wanting that tower moment, that like let the dust settle and like start anew. And this is also like that fresh beginning, you know, like saying goodbye to that past home, going off on a new journey. So if you're wondering if they also want a fresh beginning, it sure sounds like they do, because these 3 cards I just pulled was specifically asking about that person and not you. So it sounds like if you're looking for a fresh beginning, like a new start with your own reflection, and they're looking for a fresh start, then I see nothing but victory. That makes me want to put 2 more cards to spell out that word. Let's see, how does this all pan out? Regardless, whatever the viewer of this video does, if they reach out or not reach out, or if they already have, what is likely to transpire, universe? I like that word, transpire. What is, what's the energy like? Ooh, honesty. And 3 cards came out. Focus on healing. And this is complicated. Focus on healing and this is complicated. So, with that in mind, yeah, that's all the cards I'm hearing. While this is a very complex situation, wondering, can this tornado ever die down when it's so complicated? Like when there's so much stuff to get through? I'm hearing, yeah, if you focus on honesty, like literally the focus aspect on healing, then to me this is saying, as a Steven Universe quote, to focus on flexibility, love, and trust. And so if you are doing this all for the purpose of healing and helping, and those are your honest intentions, and you're just being honest, then the other person's deceptive energy will, they'll stop putting that shield up. So yeah, that's reading number 1 for If You Should Reach Out. I hope this message resonated. Yeah. I'm definitely planning to put a timestamp after my brother showed up. Because, I don't know. It ended up taking more time than I thought it would. But yeah, I hope this message resonated. I'm sending love and light. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out. Or if you're gonna stick around for reading number 2 for whatever reason, then I guess I'll be talking to you again. Okay. So for those of you who chose reading number 2, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The heck? Okay, I don't even know how, but I'm hearing that this is a situation where you or the other person or both are simply not ready. But you guys have moved forward. There's been a conclusion to a previous chapter. So if there was any sort of conflict before, that's over. If there was any sort of like separation before, if you're still in separation now, then what's over about the previous separation is communication, healing. Yeah, it's like before maybe you weren't sure about what was in store, and now it's like you're like, okay, I just have to heal and work on the material world and wait for this fruit to ripen, wait for this person, wait for the right moment for when you and the other person are ready to reach out. And that's when I think reaching out might be beneficial. So I'm hearing that right now, reaching out, my belief is to follow your heart. So if you really, really want to reach out to someone, go with your heart, go with your intuition, but just know that perhaps right now there's just a lot of healing going on, and it's very complicated. If you don't know many details about this person, or if you don't know all the complexities behind the situation, how will you know if your words are being helpful or not helpful? So I'm hearing it might be best to wait and to focus on yourself before reaching out, and that perhaps later will be a good time to reach out. Alright, reading number 2 seems like a lot shorter of a message. High Priestess of Spirit, that's another one. This fell on top of the High Priestess of Earth. So, to me, that is saying, reach out spiritually. You don't have to, like, pretend they don't exist. You don't have to, like, not think about them. It's okay to think about them. It's okay to wish they're doing well. It's okay to hope for the best and wonder if they're hurting or missing you or feeling sad. It's okay to wonder these things. It's very complicated, so, you know, that's okay. Go with your vibe. And yeah, I'm hearing it's okay to be stubborn about this one, about this spiritual connection. I'm hearing it's okay to be stubborn about that. Because again, it's so complicated that all you know is that you're a part of this complex situation. You don't know how, you don't know what part, you don't know if you're 1 stone of the book or 50 stones of it in this person's life. But you do know you're at least a stone. You know you're perhaps like this bird, you're an observer of the wall they have built. Hopefully that makes sense. Knock with your palm. Yeah, I think you understand that now's not a good time, or like not that now's not a good time, but like right now that either they are ready, you're not ready, or you're both not ready. I think you have a deep understanding of this, so go with that intuition. Wait for a time when at least wait until a time where you know you are ready. I'm learning like reaching out when you're not ready sometimes may prove to be more painful. Not that that's bad, but like may prove to vision. What was I saying? Sorry, I got carried away with the vision card. But yeah, with the understanding, what I was talking about, I am hearing another message that, you know, again, like, perhaps reaching out may not be necessarily wise, but if you do it, I'm hearing it's understandable. I'm hearing you might just reach out anyways, but so I guess this is more so advice about separation. If you're in separation, whether or not you reach out to this person, just know that you gotta be really stubborn on your path of hard work. So by stubborn, I mean like perhaps there's like some moments where like this feels difficult because you know that you just have to get stuff done. So the stubbornness I'm talking about is like get the stuff done. There might be things that like hard work that you don't want to put in. Not that you're not willing to put in hard work, but it's like it's challenging because like perhaps you're in a similar situation with me where you're like, I've been doing this for so long, like I just want this fresh beginning, like now versus later, but things take time, so that really sucks. Ace of Pentacles with the new start, Two of Pentacles, like we get another earth energy, 2, 3, and a 2 and a 1. I'm just hearing like this foundation between you and another person has been built, and it's just complicated, too complicated to see that right now. But later, when the fresh beginning, like when you're both ready to communicate and have the time for each other, then what you're going to see is Ace of Wands, a fresh beginning, and Two of Pentacles, a solid partnership. Yeah, another kind of powerful beginning in the, like, I don't know, in the 3D world. So they might be becoming a bigger part of your everyday life than you might think. Maybe you wonder about that, and I'm hearing this complicated situation. There's just a cycle with the world that needs to be complete. With this chapter before ending, this chapter of like, what are we to each other, or this chapter of like, do they want me in their life too? That came to an end, and you learned, yeah, we both want to see each other again someday. So now, this new cycle that has to get cycled out is that transition. It's like, okay, well, how do we make the necessary steps now that we've communicated this to one another? And of course, I'm speaking off of like experience, very, very recent experience as usual, but the cards do also kind of like give me that vibe. I'm not just like only using my experience, going off of intuition too, of course. Prince of Pentacles. Ooh, there's gonna be, oh man, wow, once this cycle is cycled out, then the good times really get to roll in, and things get to be left behind, and you get to really feel the sun's energy, this positive partnership. I just see a lot of fun in the future, and it's just kind of dealing with your losses, realizing that right now right now might feel painful, but it's really a time to juggle your sorrow and your joy. Juggle them both. Let them balance each other out. Go with your vibes. Go with how you feel. That's this whole song's point, power lines. And yeah, so I see this as like the 5 of Cups and the Sun. So those energies, they, on top of them becomes oneness, becomes you, your whole self. So it's kind of like balancing out your light and your dark. So yeah, I hope this reading made sense. I'm hearing that, well, I'm hearing one more message. 3 of Wands. well, yeah, you understand. I'm feeling it's kind of like you already have the vibe that this is all to help you in the long run. So just keep focusing on the present, and it's okay to keep looking towards the future. It's okay to dream about that and to have visions about that and to wonder if certain things may happen. Just always realize that it's okay, whatever happens in the future. Be ready for it, of course, but it's okay to anticipate that the future is bright, that it's looking up, that it's looking pretty good. There's nothing wrong with hoping for a positive outcome, because things are complicated, and I feel like you already gathered that. So if you're aware of all this, it's okay to have hope, basically. It's okay to hope for a bright future, even if that bright future doesn't happen, or if it happens in a different way. Just accept whatever reality may come in front of you. But I'm hearing it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be great. Yeah. So yeah, I hope that made sense. Thanks for listening. Sending love and light. Peace out. Alright, so this is reading number 3. The moon. Ooh, this is a lot of mystery. I mean, if you're asking if you should reach out, I feel that vibe. There's a whole lot of like, ooh, what do you do? Ooh, I feel like you're just trying to go with the way things work. You're trying to figure out what's good, what's not good, what's right, what's wrong. Like, you're trying to be fair is what I'm hearing. Ooh, oath, another card about being fair. Listening. So listen to your intuition on this one, on what you should do. You know, perhaps this reading will be a part of that. Ooh, 3 of Wands came out again. I'm hearing slow down. I'm hearing slow down. It came out in reverse. Oh, and 10 of Swords came out. So you have a lot of healing to do. The Sun came back out. These cards came out from reading number 2, but yeah, so perhaps that means reading number 2 may resonate with you guys if you chose reading number 3. So you might want to go back and listen to that one. Yeah, because I got a lot of the cards from that one somehow. I see. I'm hearing with the moon, you don't know. You don't know if you should reach out because, you know, you're not another. You are only one individual. There's a whole lot of stuff that's not known, and that's okay. There are things we are meant to not know. But I hear that because of this moon energy, this like mystery, you chose to slow down. You're choosing to hold yourself back. And I'm hearing, perhaps, if you're holding yourself back and you're just trying to obey and do what's like natural or right, I feel like if your heart wants something different, but you are trying to do, if you're trying to resist what you really want to do, then it's going to cause a lot of 10 of Swords energy, pain, a lot of painful thoughts. So I'm hearing, what is your heart telling you? Like, what do you want to do? Just with the idea of like positivity in mind, and just powerful, trusting, positive emotion, and the idea that you and the other person might be thinking the same thing. And then really hone in on that. Listen to what it would feel like. Listen to what your heart is trying to tell you. And I'm hearing there's a cycle you need to complete. There's something you need to do in this cycle that's different in the past. And I'm hearing rebel. I'm hearing it's time to rebel because we got obey or obedience and 10 of Swords. And that's a very painful energy. So it's time to start doing what you want. You want to, whatever you want to do, just go for it. It's a very short message, but I'm gonna flip 3 more cards. yeah, if you're not going to rebel, if you have this obedient energy because you're scared, perhaps, you're also going to get Four of Wands in reverse energy, which is like a feeling of like, almost like stagnant, it's almost like there is a coming together, but you are blinded by your own obedience to this world, and it causes a lot of Ten of Swords energy pain, and that clouds your vision, which might make you feel like this reuniting will never happen, or this meeting this person or something may never happen. So I'm hearing this reaching out energy might be more just about yourself and trusting in wanting a positive outcome. Yeah, and speaking of which, we got the Hermit, which is about going within and like really reflecting. So I feel like a lot of this is about balancing out yourself, and if you balance out yourself, I think there's a side of you that has the positive energy and this oath that wants to reach out, perhaps. And then King of Cups. This cycle of rebelling involves like just like being in charge of your emotions and like charging forward with this love offer. And again, love just means like just this emotional offer, this positive offer of like, hey, I know what I want. Here it is. Hear me out. So yeah, listen to your heart is what I'm hearing with King of Cups and the listening card. So yeah, I hope these messages resonate with you guys. Sending so much love and light. This was my version of a short reading because if you guys listen to the other readings. Usually, like, I'm more in the vibes, but I'm in a more like decisive energy lately. I think it has to do with just like the transition I'm in, and with this job starting up and everything. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see where my readings go. They are starting to kind of grow with me in a different direction than I was expecting. So if you guys like the flow of these readings, just know I think they're gonna start getting a little more like decisive. Yeah, it's the best I can say for this right now. I am really tired. I woke up from a nap, and you know, I've been drained from the weekend and just from like all these great changes coming in. So like basically I'm just growing, and this is me in my like, basically it's like I'm sick, but not really. It's more like I went through a death cycle and now I'm in transition going back to the life cycle. So expect a lot of positive energy from me in the near future. Expect huge intuition and just like my third eye being lit and just knowing what I want to do readings on, all that stuff. If you guys have suggestions, let me know. If not, I'm just gonna have ideas. Yeah, I think the flow of my readings is gonna like really pick up in the next few weeks once I get into work and once I really go through this transition, because right now I'm still shedding old skin. And with the shedding old skin, you can hear in my voice that I just kind of sound vulnerable or something all the time. But like once this skin is fully shed, I'm just gonna have a lot of vitality, I feel. And you know, I see the Sun card here, so yeah, I'm sensing a lot of vitality in my future. And I'm gonna do that puzzle, so these readings will move back up to my desk. So it'll be cool. It'll be pretty cool, yeah. Alright. Sending love and light. Peace out.